I'm a veteran and you don't give a fuck about me. Hey, shut the fuck up.
His brother was a MAGA and literally reached out to him like last week and was like, yeah, I'm so sorry. I regret my vote. Can we fix our relationship? And he was like, fuck you, absolutely not.
It only took 2 weeks for Republicans to go from, we need to stop sending money overseas.
Again, the revolution isn't being televised, but it's happening.
Said boo a few times, not alone. There were many people who said boo.
Good day, folks, and welcome back to yet another spicy, chaotic, and deeply ironic episode of Trump's America, The Regret Chronicles. Today's feature presentation, Tearful MAGA Regrets When FAFO Becomes Reality. Yes, we're talking about those die-hard flag-waving, truck decals Trump loyalists who are now quietly Googling how to break up with the political cult. And it's painful to watch. Not because we sympathize per se, but because this is what happens when you invest your soul into a man who treats loyalty like a disposable razor. Use, toss, repeat. Here's the tea. Trump, aka Daddy MAGA, is once again dropping bombshells like he's DJing at a demolition site. One executive decision here, a betrayal there, maybe a backhanded jab at one of his own allies just for flavor, and boom. Another chunk of the base is left blinking in disbelief, whispering, wait, he can't mean me. Oh, but he does, sweetheart. He always does.
It's time to speak up. I just got barred from the rest of the town hall meeting here in Bonham, Texas, Fannin County, with Representative Pat Fallon. Pat Fallon was towing the Trump party line, singing the praises of Doge and saying how they're not cutting veteran services, just employees. I said boo a few times, not alone. There were many people who said boo. Far more people saying boo than the ones that were clapping. But when I did, a Capitol Police officer, she has a uniform and a badge that said Capitol Police, came and stood right beside me. And then two people got taken out. One lady was saying he should be ashamed of himself when he was talking about veterans. There was a Hispanic man. I did not hear what he said, but they took his arm to take him out. And so I got up to go, because I'll be damned if I'm going to sit there like the people in that town hall where that lady got zip tied and drug out. I went out to make sure they were okay. I cooled off a minute and then I tried to go back in and they wouldn't let me. They barred the door. There were Fannin County Sheriff's Office and there were also the Capitol Police woman who said, I can't go back in. You've been asked to leave. I said, no, I wasn't. I wasn't asked to leave. I got up and left on my own, and now I want to come back in and watch the rest, hear my representatives. No, ma'am, you can't. You're disruptive. How was I disruptive? Well, you said boo. Yeah, I said boo, but there were a lot of people clapping who interrupted. That's disruptive. Are you asking them to leave? No, man, you're being disrespectful. It's disrespectful to say boo. So this is where we are, people. This is our America. If you clap and say, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, you can stay. If you say boo, you no longer get to go and be present at a town hall. This is our America now. Go out there.
The revolution is not being televised, but Republicans are dropping out of town hall meetings en masse. Do you know why? You don't, because the revolution is not being televised.
It only took 2 weeks for Republicans to go from, we need to stop sending money overseas so that we can care for homeless and disabled veterans in our country, to homeless and disabled veterans in our country are scamming the system and we need to take their benefit.
Party City wig wearing fucking Donald Trump and Elon fucking Musty are making the doctors and nurses at the VA hospitals' lives a miserable fucking hell. And you motherfucking veterans for Trump need to be fucking ashamed of yourselves. Come to the motherfucking front. Because if you think that Donald Trump and Elon are just gonna fuck over the veterans that didn't vote for Donald Trump, you got another motherfucking thing coming. Those doctors and nurses that work at the VA hospitals deserve better. They don't even make normal fucking wages. Most of them are veterans them fucking selves. And Elon, after their fucking 12-hour shifts of slaving for less than normal wages, now they've got to fill out tons of paperwork, spreadsheets on thousands of people. They've got to fucking justify for what they fucking do all day. Do you think they're going to stay and do that? No, they're fucking quitting. So when the VA no longer fucking exists, you can blame your motherfucking selves, because Donald Trump has fucking never respected veterans. He's never fucking respected the goddamn military. He probably thinks you're too goddamn stupid to do anything else. That's why you fucking joined the military. I didn't fucking say that. That's something he probably says and fucking thinks. He shows you every fucking day what he thinks about the goddamn military. He is allowing Elon and 22-year-olds to fuck over veterans. Now get your stupid asses on. Toodaloo.
Don't let the fascist media fool you into thinking that this country's gone full Nazi. It absolutely has not. The Nazis are loud, and they are being led by one of the most disgusting human beings to ever disgrace the human race, and it is embarrassing and it is terrifying. They are loud, but they are not winning. Why don't you search Republican town halls here? Again, the revolution isn't being televised, but it's happening, and we're winning. And if you don't believe me, go look at Tesla's stock price today. Compare it to 3 months ago. You can live in a world of alternative facts, but the funny thing about money is it cuts through the propaganda of the cult, don't it? Go die in a fire every night.
Now let's rewind a bit. For those of us who never drank the orange Kool-Aid, this moment has been a long time coming. We saw the red flags, and no, not the rally ones. We're talking about the narcissism, the grifting, the endless lies disguised as alternative facts. We weren't prophets. We just paid attention. We warned, we argued, we wrote Facebook essays and Thanksgiving rants. But Magdalene called us woke snowflakes, scoffed at science, and told us to cry harder. Fast forward to today, they're the ones crying, and we're the ones sitting here sipping tea like Kermit, watching the chaos unfold like, wow, who could have seen this coming? Spoiler, literally everyone except them. And let's talk about these regrets. They're pouring out faster than Trump can dodge a subpoena. Social media is now full of former supporters lamenting, I didn't vote for this, or I thought he was different, or my personal favorite, if I had known. If you had known, sir, we told you, loudly, with charts.
You're lying! I'm a veteran and you don't give a fuck about me! Hey, shut the fuck up! You don't get the fuck to do this to us! You don't get to take away our rights! You don't get to take our rights! Get off of me! You don't get to do this to us! Fuck you!
So to be clear, I deeply value the contributions that
Just to be clear,
make
bullshit, and you're not telling the
every
truth.
day.
You're not listening to
Let him speak. Let him speak.
Service. For example, folks at the National Weather Service
Stop right there. I'll make it quick, okay? If you're a veteran and you're not going to the VA, please go to the VA. Please go see your local county VSO. Figure out what you can apply for all of the benefits that you are qualified for, and go to your annuals at the VA. I understand that you don't trust them. I don't either. I know that they are failing us. I get that. But the budget for everybody coming out after us is going to be based off of what we're using now. So if we're not using it, they're not going to provide the funds later on. We're only going to hurt the generations below us. So please, please go apply for everything that you can get.
Y'all so crazy. So last night, I was scrolling TikTok before I went to bed, and my algorithm did this switch, and all of a sudden I started getting all the I regret my vote. Like, there's literally a whole thing now, like a tag, I regret my vote, of millions of people. I don't know about millions, but there was, I kept going. I was like, I gotta go to bed. You know what I mean? And then the other day, I was just laughing through the whole thing, but then the other day, I was talking to one of my really good friends that he's my coworker, but I've known him since I started. And him and his girlfriend are thinking about leaving the United States because of this shit. And he said his brother was a MAGA and literally reached out to him like last week and was like, yeah, I'm so sorry. I regret my vote. Can we fix our relationship? And he was like, fuck you, absolutely not. He was like, I told you the entire fucking time, and now look at what the we're dealing with. Like, he doesn't want to raise his kids here anymore. So he's like, I'm not going to have Christianity shoved down my kids' throats in the schools and shit. Like, what? No. So, yeah. So anyway, like, it is happening where these people regret their votes. Like, it is happening. And then what's happening too is you motherfuckers need to stop being mad that you voted for that motherfucker and be a little more humble, because we don't give a fuck over here. We knew it and we told you, and we're not going to be sorry when we cut you out of our lives. So with that being said, go and look at...
What we're witnessing now is the inevitable collision between blind loyalty and harsh reality. It's the political equivalent of buying a used car from a guy with no shirt on Craigslist, only to find out it doesn't have brakes. But you defend the purchase because, well, it felt right. But hey, we're not here to gloat. Well, maybe just a little. We're here to document this deliciously awkward transition from cult worship to cognitive dissonance. It's like watching someone realize their favorite reality show is scripted. There's confusion, anger, a bit of bargaining, but deep down they know the jig is up.
Was supporting Elon Musk. That's what you voted for. What do you mean? We don't read.
So we're just going to
about that.
Trump and JD Vance, if you're not them, this is not for you. You guys, you are clearly the best administration that America has ever seen. It's time to show these bastards that you can get on a tiny little submarine, visit Titanic, and make it back alive.
Oversaw the largest stock gains in U.S. history, 9 quarters of GDP growth, an entire year of inflation decline, but the greatest businessman in the world crashed.
Everybody gets a little bit Republican as soon as they just have to start paying for their own Netflix account. That's the minute. As soon as you're paying for it, you borrow a password, you're like, yeah, scamming the system. It should be for everybody. Why should it? Joy should be free. And then you start paying for your own, and the first person's like, man, let me get that Netflix password. Like, we can't just all have it. We got to pay for it. You have to pay for it. If nobody pays for it, then it collapses and nobody gets anything. So we all have to pay. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
Ooh, the Republican filter is... Oh.
I'm JD Vance.
Hey, America. I'm so sorry that your grandmother died an hour earlier this weekend than she was supposed to. I just want to offer you these eggs as just a token of how sorry I am.
In recent months, a growing number of Trump supporters have begun to express regret over their previous allegiance to the Make America Great Again, MAGA movement. This shift is particularly evident among federal workers, rural communities, and even within the conservative base as they confront the tangible repercussions of policies they once championed. Several federal employees who voted for President Trump are now grappling with unexpected job terminations and policy shifts that directly impact their livelihoods. While some initially supported Trump's initiatives, many are disillusioned by the widespread layoffs and the influence of figures like Elon Musk within the administration. One federal worker lamented, "I'm frightened for my future that he made seem so bright during his campaign." This sentiment reflects a broader sense of betrayal among those who feel the administration's actions have led to significant job insecurity and dissatisfaction. Trump's economic strategies, particularly his approach to tariffs and government restructuring, are generating economic uncertainty and market instability. The administration's erratic implementation of tariffs on countries like Canada, Mexico, and China has contributed to market volatility, with the S&P 500 and NASDAQ Composite experiencing notable declines. These policies are anticipated to elevate inflation and suppress growth, leading to growing unease among small businesses and CEOs. A CNN/SRSS poll indicates that a majority of Americans now view Trump unfavorably, underscoring the political ramifications of these economic challenges. As we navigate these complex political and economic landscapes, it's crucial to consider the long-term implications of current policies on various demographics. How can we ensure that future administrations address the needs and concerns of all citizens, fostering unity and progress? For more in-depth analyses and stories that matter, remember to like and subscribe.